All right. Hey, hey, hey. Hello and welcome to Sunday Night Dungeons and Dragons. Let me hop in chat here real quick.
At
Hey,
this
everybody.
stage. Hey!
Howdy
Hey,
there.
how y'all doing?
Hi.
Good.
Whoop, whoop. Are we ready for another night?
Mm-hmm.
We are red eye.
We are. Oh, good. Everything looks good so far.
Oh, by the way, GM, you might want to double check your title.
My title? Oh, my stream
Says,
manager?
says Dungeons and Gragons.
Dragons.
We're fighting Gragons tonight. Didn't you know that?
I mean, that was a secret.
We didn't want to tell anybody we were fighting Gragons.
Nope. I mean, they're very large. So
They are.
They're very large.
Well, she still has the steaming announcements. Those announcements are steaming.
That's okay. Well, okay, it's fixed now on Twitch. Thank you. I do have a little typing problems here and there.
Don't we all?
Oh man. Okay. How are y'all doing?
Done that.
good.
I am ready.
I'm awake.
You're
sorta.
awake. That's something, right?
Yeah. My sleeping's been completely messed up.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. That's not
It
good.
happens. It happens.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, here real quick before we get started, just to kind of go over a couple things, because in last week's episode, you guys got a bunch of stuff. So I did update all of your character sheets.
Yay.
So here real quick on gems, just so you know, Frostbite has been added as a spell. It's also under your attack if you decide to do that.
Yay.
Your bracers of defense are in your inventory. Your AC has gone up by 2. And I have added the Dwarven Bomb as well. It's also in a clickable attack if you decide to burn your one bomb that direction.
We can click these here under this middle column.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Thank you. Okay.
For Nami, let me just go to your sheet here real quick. So I've changed your spiritual weapon. So it is now a pure cantrip. Your Ring of the Ram, I have added that as 3 things. 1, it is under equipment. 2, it is under your attacks and spellcasting. So if you decide to use it as an actual attack, you can just click on it. And then 3, because the ring has 2 charges per day, I added a little clicky there sort of on the right side where it says Ring of the Ram 2. So if you use a charge, you just click on it, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I muted myself.
Yay.
For the dog.
All right, and then Starhawk, let me go to your sheet. You have the new bracers, and those have been added into your equipment. I've also added a Centaur wrist wraps clicky on the right side. Again, that's got 1 charge. You put it over fire, it instantly recharges it. And then there's also a clicky for the 5 fire arrows.
Okay, great.
Just making sure everything is all cool with that stuff.
Nice. I don't have to click inside that little box anymore.
Yep. But any
I
questions?
forgot what my centaur wrist thingy do.
It allows you to re-roll any attack. So if you shoot something with your bow and it misses, you can go, oh nope, I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got 1 charge, and then yeah, you just find some fire wherever, and you just kind of hover over the fire, and it's recharged.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, I have one tinderbox. Now
Mhm.
that tinderbox that's reusable.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could either drop a torch or.
Yep.
Well, tinderbox would need wood, right?
Yeah, you'd have to find like a stick or
Some
something.
some
Yeah.
small wood. Yeah.
Suppose you could try and light the grass on fire.
Ooh.
Grass doesn't really go on fire. If we want to be realistic, dry grass now
Yeah.
or hay. Hay would go on fire. Okay. Okay.
I think I'm ready to go
And
if you guys are.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so where were we with our horses?
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll do the little starting like recap thing.
Oh yes, please.
All right.
Sorry.
So we are picking up this week's episode as the three of you are leaving Greenest. You got your 3 horses and you decided to head north out of town because according to the information that you have, the cultist camp is somewhere to the north of here, but it could be as far west as the Wood of Sharp Teeth. So you basically are now out on an adventure to try and find their base, their camp, and see what you can possibly do with that, if anything. You also have an objective to try and find Leosin, rescue him if possible. So yeah, the scene basically starts out, you guys have ridden north of Greenest, and as I originally described, you have once again come across the area of grassland with gently rolling hills. And so to sort of kick things off, I'm going to have all 3 of you roll a survival check.
Survival check.
Okay, but what time of day is it? Is it the morning or still the
Yep.
same day?
Yeah, so the day was, let me go back to my notes. We are on the 9th of Flame Roll, and we'll say it's about 10 a.m.
So we left the town and went to sleep out in the field, and we just woke up. In other words, or did we leave the town in the morning?
Yeah, you left the town in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same day. Okay.
Yeah. Because, yeah, you basically, you got up, you had the breakfast, you went shopping, you talked to the governor.
Okay.
That was all done in the span of about 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
I can't find the survival check. I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I can't find the survival check.
So,
I don't know.
Can y'all
I'm
hear me
looking
now?
for a survival check.
Yep, so survival.
I see.
Where is it?
It's on
Yep,
the.
so it'll be on the left the left column, down about 3 rows. It's in the larger box where it's got acrobatics and animal handling and arcana and all those.
And I'm dying, right?
Ah, got it.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay.
Jeez.
Now the funny thing is, a survival check is used for many different things. In this particular case, you guys have stopped to the north of Greenest, and you're looking out into the grasslands, and you're trying to decide which way to go. And so Nami and Jem, the 2 of you notice the wagon tracks that have ripped through the grass, because you know that they were using wagons to steal from Greenest. So you now can see where the tracks go.
Okay.
So from here, it's up to you guys on what you want to do.
Hey, ladies, hold up a second. I see something. Do y'all see it too? It looks like tracks or something.
I don't think I see anything.
Hmm.
I have
Nami?
a headache.
Oh, that's shopping.
Yeah.
Nami, do you
I know.
see it?
Yes, I see it.
I ate too much bacon. I have
I
indigestion.
I think we should go investigate and follow the tracks.
Ah, I think that's a great idea. All right.
It's a plan.
All right. We will investigate the tracks.
And which direction are the tracks going?
Well, I think.
At the moment, they're going just north out of Greenest.
Okay.
North out of Greenest. Okay, so
And so just to give you a little bit more information, you guys probably aren't going to be moving up nearly as far.
Oh.
We'll have to take this very, very slow. So let's say between Greenest and Burdusk is a solid day and a half walk.
Okay.
So it's a good 20-ish miles. You know, on a horse at a full gallop, you could probably do it in, you know, maybe 8 hours or something like that.
Okay.
So am I too far up? I need to come back down.
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
So it's like between Greenest and the Wood of Sharp Teeth, you're looking at probably a solid 2 days travel.
Okay.
Kind of going because that's a little bit deeper in.
So
So
the
we're
tracks going north, they're not heading towards Wood Sharp, they're going like north, like in between the two products.
Yeah. So at the moment, the tracks appear to be going straight north.
Okay. Okay.
So,
so like here.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we know that they were using wagons. The cult was using wagons. Do we think this might be? Do we agree this might be the cult tracks, or do you think somebody else has been out
Yeah.
here? What's the chances?
No, I agree.
Yeah. I think it's
I
them.
think yeah, and I think we should investigate. I mean, we have nothing else, no other direction. They said they were going out this way.
That's true. Okay. I think we've got our clue. A clue. Okay, so we investigate.
Okay. So you guys ride north, like hour wise. How many hours north do you ride?
Oh,
I mean, I'm assuming we're following the tracks, right? So the tracks are still going. So, I would say like a couple hours, maybe, right?
right. I'd say a couple of hours, and then we'd probably stop
Okay.
Stop for
So
a rest, you mean?
for a rest. Yeah, rest the horses,
yeah.
or get a drink, or make sure we're still on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here's what we'll do. I'll have all you guys roll another survival check.
Am I gonna survive this time? I mean, I only have like a +3.
Okay. So this time, Starhawk and Gem, you guys have been riding for about an hour and a half, and you notice that the tracks start to veer more towards the west.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And once you do that, you decide to just kind of stop and take a little break.
So we're like
North,
kind of
south,
over
east,
here
west.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say about right there. Yeah. That'll
Okay.
work.
Okay. So we're observing the track.
So it looks like
Are
the
the
tracks
tracks deeply rutted?
No,
I
you
mean,
can
are the
barely see it.
so the wagons
Yeah.
were empty.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, that's a very good observation.
So we
Hmm.
thwarted them successfully that they were not able to get that much stuff out.
They were able to get some stuff, but definitely not everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Are there any footprints?
Since the grass is so heavy, I'm gonna say you can't see the elves.
Okay.
I'm an elf. I can't see him. I'm a half elf. No.
No, I'm gonna say no to that.
Okay.
It's too heavy.
Too heavy.
It's
Is there
not like
anything else noticeable around? Is it just
and
all grass?
yeah,
Pasture?
just
Green
grassland,
grass. Green
some
grass. Yeah. Okay.
few trees here and there, but that's about it. It's very open.
Are we still able to see the tracks though? Like they veered
Barely.
off? Oh.
It's basically crushed grass that we're looking at, not really ruts in the road or ruts in the mud or anything like
Hmm. Do you think we're on the
that.
right track? You think they might have
I think
gotten
so.
out?
Well, if we can still see the tracks, then it has to be fresh.
And it's got to have some weight
And we
to it.
know that they were using a wagon, so it's most likely them. We just can't tell how many of people are there because we can't see any tracks.
Is it just a single track? So like just one wagon track? There's not multiple tracks?
No, there are multiple, but they did not travel single file.
They did not travel single file.
Yeah, and that's one
Okay.
reason. That's one reason why you're having a little bit of trouble.
And that also explains maybe they were in a
Oh,
hurry. I
so there are
think
multiple wagons?
Yes, there were multiple wagons.
Let's see.
Do the tracks look like they're all at least going the same direction?
How
Yes.
Oh,
many
okay.
horses are pulling the wagon?
From what you saw earlier, one
One horse pulling the wagon.
Hmm.
Okay.
per
So
wagon. I mean, when you guys were in greenest, you saw probably at least 3 or 4 carts.
okay.
So
Yeah.
you would surmise that there were probably more than that, but you don't have an accurate number.
Right.
okay, so multiple wagons means multiple drivers.
Well, I
And
think
there are
this,
probably other um, I would say at minimum 2 people per wagon.
Yeah, so if we go back to some of the earlier encounters, when you first encountered the first cart at the house, there was one guy loading, there were 2 guarding the road. At the
Mhm.
mill, as an example, there were 2 carts and what was it, 5 people, I think?
Mhm.
So it definitely seems a little bit randomized, but yeah, easily 2 to 3 per cart.
Mhm.
Well, I say we just continue following the tracks. I mean,
Yeah.
we need to see where they're
We
going.
keep following the tracks, but we need to kind of catch up, but not too much.
I agree. We're
You know
out here
what
in
I
the
mean?
open, so we can't really take a very long rest.
But I mean, we don't want to catch up to them to the point that they see us. You understand what I mean?
Right. We would be cautious
We
when we
want to be
start
able
seeing or
to see
hearing.
them, but we don't want them to see us, so that we
Mhm.
can determine how many of them there are, and I don't know, maybe kind of sneak around to see where they're going.
So Nami says, keep following.
Hmm.
Starhawk can make a good point. We don't want to just rush into anything. Are the tracks? They're turning west. Are they heading into the direction of the sharp T, sort of like a northwest, or are they taking a sharp west?
Yeah, more of a west and northwest. So not, well, from what you can tell, maybe heading in to the sharp teeth, but you can't tell yet.
Okay. Okay. I'd say maybe we follow them for about another hour and a half.
Well, let's see. It was, what did you say? It was about 10 a.m. when we left the town?
Yeah, so you're looking at noon, 1 o'clock right now.
Right. Okay. 1 o'clock. Well, Well, we're only stopping for a rest. We haven't stopped for a meal.
Right.
And
Probably just grab a
I don't
quick
think we want to
ration.
travel in the dark.
Mm-mm.
So we could probably at least go for another 2 hours and then stop for like a snack or something,
Mm-hmm.
and for the horses to graze, and then say for about 30 minutes, and then continue on till until it gets dark. So that would be like another, I don't know,
Well, I don't think we want to be
another
caught out in the open either, though.
2 hours. Well, he said that there were hills and sparse trees, so we could probably find a little copse of trees to
And we're
camp for the night.
behind them. I would surmise they left way before us.
How much way before us, you think?
They left the day before.
If the tracks are like faint, I mean, it could be that like the wagons weren't full, but it also could mean that they traveled like last night or yesterday. So like it's maybe
Hmm.
the tracks are starting to, the grass
Mhm.
is starting to lift up. You know what I mean?
Right, because we ran them out of town the day before.
Yeah. So I don't think
So
that
you
they're
think they're
around.
far ahead of us?
Yeah, I think they're way
Right.
far ahead. I think the thing is that before the tracks, we lose the tracks. We should just kind of go as, like you said, as
Right.
far as you can go. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to go at nighttime or anything, but I
Mm-mm.
think we should just get a move on and try and see if we can see where these tracks are going. I mean, because at one point, if the tracks disappear, we're going to have to now figure out which direction we want to go in at that point.
Right.
Mhm.
But I don't think they're around. That's
Okay.
not this close. They could be, as we keep on going, they may have taken a rest, you know what I mean? Or
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess there's no other towns between here and there, so or little villages or anything, right? So they're definitely heading back to probably their hideout.
So we want to speed up our
I think
next 2 to 3 hours.
yeah, I think we should go for it because we just ate. It's only been 2 hours, so let's just
Well,
go.
we didn't stop to eat. We only stopped to rest the horses and get our bearings.
Just to make sure we were still going in the right direction.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I'm saying I thought like we were going to go for another 2 hours, probably eat,
Right.
and then like have lunch. No, it should be like around, if it's 1 now, let's just stop at 3 or something.
Yeah.
Eat.
Right.
Then when it gets dark, well, what time does it get dark?
About
Would you
7.
say? 7. Okay, so then from there at 3 we have until we'll try to make camp. Try to find somewhere at 6. Try to start setting up and then eat dinner.
Hmm. Okay, that sounds like a plan. So we'll ride till, what is it, 1 o'clock now?
Well, right to like
Yeah.
3-ish. So let's just say we went another 2 hours, 2.5 hours out. Where would we be, Kidlee?
Okay, so you guys ride for another hour and a half, and now I want you to give me a perception check.
Perception check.
Okay, so only Nami sees this. You see in the distance, to the northwest, what looks like some pop-up tents.
I've got broken dice.
So to the northwest, so like right like this direction right here from us?
Yep, to the northwest of you, let's say by half mile.
Half a mile. Okay.
We see tents.
Yeah, some pop-up tents.
What are pop-up tents?
Just
You
like
know.
bigger pole type tents.
Yeah.
Pole type tents. I don't know what that is. You mean like pup tents?
Yeah.
They're the kind of tents that are big enough that you can actually walk into.
That I'm attempting to draw.
Almost like circus tents, but smaller.
Kidlee, would you delete those?
Ooh.
Um,
I think we need to be cautious.
there is a name for those. Can't think of it. I had one.
Well, that's what we see. How many do we see, Kidlee?
Kind of hard to tell from a half mile out, but at least 5.
Oh, so
So
they're
maybe
pretty
a
big.
small camp.
5, 10.
About. We're not close enough. And we are riding on horses, right? We don't have a wagon, correct?
Mm-mm.
Correct.
Okay. I think we need to get in closer.
Okay.
But I think we should do it on foot since
I
it's only
agree.
half a mile away. I think we should probably tie up the horses.
I agree.
Did we find a copse of trees?
Sure.
Well, there's some around, so
Okay.
I mean, we'll just go.
So we hide the horses among the trees
and go
and
on foot.
stealthily approach, hiding in the grass. Right? It's tall grass, I assume.
Yeah, it varies from waist high to knee high to foot high.
But there's hills and trees, so I mean, there's just think of it as it's not open fields. So we just go and obviously don't go out in open, but let's go investigate. I think we need to investigate. So I think that's what we're doing, Kidlee, is we're gonna try to work our way over there, that half
Sounds
a
good.
mile.
We have
And what do we
purple.
see?
Are these purple trees here?
It's a tree.
It's a grapefruit tree.
It's a grapefruit
Uh-huh.
tree. It's not a grape tree. Purple grapes. Or maybe it's an eggplant tree. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so we are sneaking now.
Sneaky, sneaky.
We are sneaking.
And what do we see, Kidlee?
Okay, so how close do you get to the encampment?
I don't know, Nami.
I'd say maybe a couple 100 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds good. A couple 100 feet.
Okay, so what you actually see is you see a group of centaurs. And Starhawk, you look at the thing the governor gave you.
I look at the thing the governor gave me.
Yeah, the bracers.
Yes, the centaurus.
Oh.
So did he steal it from them?
When he gave them
Or
to
are they
you,
made of centaurs or are they
When he gave
worn by
them-
centaurs?
yeah, when he gave them to you, he said, "I got these from my friends to the west."
Oh,
I
that's
got
right.
these from my friends to the okay,
Ooh.
so he is friends with the local centaurs. I didn't know there were local centaurs. So the whole camp is centaurs.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not the people who we thought they were. Are they the originators of the tracks?
We could ask.
Yeah, we'll have to ask. Well, if that's the case, I think we should go back and get the horses.
I agree.
Because if we do need to make a fast exit for some reason, we have our horses.
Okay, do you want me to run back and get the horses while you two approach the camp?
I think you should be the one to approach the camp since you are the one that have the
Yeah, with
bracers.
the braces. Yeah.
They may not welcome us as well. But I mean, if you guys want to go forward, I'll just go back and I'll go back and get the horses. They're not far away.
So there's one other thing that you notice when you were near the camp and then you started to get away from the camp. As you were approaching the camp, it started to get cloudy out. But then when you went back to get the horses, it started to get sunny again.
Huh?
So the camp is under like some gray overcast.
You have no idea.
Oh, interesting.
So
Creepy.
I guess you'd have to tell us
I-
about that when you get back.
I will say this though. If the spellcasters in the group want to do an Arcana check,
Oh.
let's see what that does.
Okay, wait. So she goes and gets
I'm
the horses
confused
and then comes back and tells us that it was gray and then sunny?
Well, it's something you guys noticed as well.
Oh,
That,
okay.
obviously, your journey thus far, it's been nice and sunny out. You got close to the camp, started getting cloudy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there is some sort of cloud of doom over the camp.
But yeah, go ahead and give me everybody an Arcana check.
Oh yeah. See that little -1? Somehow the little my dice are broken.
What does this mean?
So, Nami, are you back from the horses yet?
I think I am. If I just did the Arcana.
All right. So here's real quick for Jim and Nami. You just know that what's happening with the sky, it's not right, but you don't really know what to make of it just yet. But it
Okay.
doesn't seem natural.
Okay.
Hmm.
But the centaurs seem natural.
I wonder what this what's up with the sky? This isn't normal.
Yeah, it was sunny where the horses were, and when I came back,
Overcast again. So we're not
looking very
just
dismal.
imagining it.
I still think that we should continue on.
Mhm.
I think that Starhawk should probably be the first one to approach.
I agree. She has the bracers.
She has the bracers, and maybe she can get some information. Do you think that we should stay back, or you think we should just go with her?
I think
What
we
would
could
you
walk with her, but
prefer?
just stay a couple of steps back,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So they see that we're with her, but we're not a threat. She's, we're not approaching as a
Yeah.
force. Okay.
Okay, so are they like right here somewhere?
Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll flip screens because I do have a map for this. As you guys approach the Centaur camp.
Ah, okay.
And here we go.
Oh.
Might have to adjust your cameras. You guys will be on the south side.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
So we'll be. Whoa.
Keep
We
having
would
to
be here
adjust
somewhere in the woods,
size.
like here.
Okay, so 1, 2. Wow, that's a lot of tents there.
So we'd be back here, Kidlee, where the greenery is,
If you want to, it's up to you.
or are we where we came in on?
Yeah, if you guys want to start back there, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, I'm right here. Here I am, approaching.
The first centaur right in front
Hail
of
the
you.
camp.
Okay, then
Okay.
we should do that.
So as you approach, oh, and also I'll show you what these centaurs look like. Give you a bigger image. So should be a pop up on the screen. They look like that.
Okay.
So yeah, as Starhawk approaches, one of them is kind of near the fire in the center, and he comes down towards you, and he says, "Greetings."
Greetings, friend. We
How
were
can I help
traveling
you?
nearby and thought we would. I don't know. So we would join your camp.
Ah,
There is
I see.
safety in numbers.
I am the chief of this camp, but you must be aware there are many sick here.
What do you mean sick? We did notice the dark cloud above.
Ah, yes, the cloud. We do not fully understand, but we moved here recently, and many of our tribesmen have become sick.
Huh. So this is your permanent camp?
Not so much permanent. We sort of wander the area.
I see. I see.
And then he looks at Starhawk and he immediately notices the centaur wrist wraps. And he says, "Oh, are you friends of the governor?"
Yes, we are.
Ah,
We are on a mission. Okay.
any friend of the governor is a friend of ours.
Well,
Well,
thank you.
that's glad to hear. We are actually on a mission from the governor to try and locate his brother who has been missing.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
So as you guys are talking, there's a second one that approaches, and as you look at him, he looks a lot more like tattooed up, and he has a lot of like fancy wear. He's holding like a fancier like stick,
So,
and as he approaches, um, the chieftain kind of points to him and says, "Ah, yes, here is our shaman. He has been tending to the sick." And then he greets you guys.
hail and well met. We understand that your people are ill. Do you
Hmm.
know what's wrong with them? We have here with us a healer.
Ah, you do. I would very much appreciate some assistance. We've been unable to figure out exactly what has happened.
And when did this start?
Just recently.
And how long have you been here at camp?
We've been at this camp for about 6 days now.
6 days.
We fear it might have something to do with the nearby lake, but we do not really know.
Is that where you're getting your water?
Yes.
Huh.
Hmm.
Has anybody died from,
No, not yet, but I fear they may.
what are their symptoms?
They are unable to move very much. Just very sick, lots of pains,
Hmm.
delirious.
Like
Like a
feverish?
fever? Yeah. Feverish?
Uh, Feverish, does that mean hot?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Well, Harry, take me to one of the tents.
Right. And so the shaman motions you sort of this way. He takes you to this tent that's sort of towards the left side here.
Well, I would like to see the lake.
Yes, very well. And he points to the northeast. It is that way.
Northeast. Okay, I shall examine the lake and perhaps see if there's something wrong with the water.
So let's go back to Naomi here. Naomi, I will have you roll a medicine check.
A medicine check. Okay.
Okay, very good. So,
Very good.
Sweet.
Describe what you'd like to do in this scenario.
Well, I would like to examine, to kind of see, like, do they have blisters? Do they have, I want to see, like, is there any physical, or it's all internal? I'm trying to think, if they're coherent where I can ask questions.
Okay.
So I'd like to ask questions if I could.
Okay. So the one you're examining, he's kind of like dazed out of his mind. So he's just like mumbling and stuff like that. So with what you can see, I mean, you're able to like, examine him fully. The shaman just kind of stands by as you do that. You can basically determine one of two things. Either it's a poisoning or it's a curse.
Okay. Let's go back to the spells that I learned from when I just got. What was it that I learned? That one spell? I forgot. Did you tell me what spell it was?
Trying to remember which one you're talking about.
The one I just learned, Jem and I learned some spells, or was that the one with
From
the
Liana.
spiritual weapon?
Oh, that was a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
But yeah, you have like aid and cure wounds, healing word, lesser restoration.
Right, have all those. Does any of those? Do you know? Does any of those, like, could they cure? Like, is there something I can do to maybe possibly? Let's see.
You got that magic ring from the governor. What does it do?
Yeah, but I thought that was a DPS thing, wasn't it? Or no?
Nami pulls out the ring of the ram and shoots the guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't
I
that
asked what it does. Jen was not paying attention.
I was like, well, yeah, that would relieve his pain. It would relieve his pain.
Put him out of his misery, right?
Put him out of his misery. I'd have to do everything, and then next thing you know, we're gonna be the one. Let's see.
Yeah, I would take a look at lesser restoration.
Lesser or restoration. Lesser or you touch and can either.
But in the meantime, should I be at the lake examining?
Paralyzed or.
I would not recommend going alone.
Can end.
Really?
I'll go with you to the lake, Starhawk.
Okay, yeah, I will do the lesser restoration.
Okay, and I'm gonna put that in chat just so that people know what that is, just so everybody can see it there. But yeah, you touch a creature and can either or
you can end one disease.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, one disease or condition afflicting it. The condition can be blind, deaf, and paralyzed or poisoned.
Oh.
Okay, I'm definitely.
So, actually, I'll have you just cast that.
Okay.
So these things can't happen at the same time. We have to.
Wait, did I do it right? No, I did.
Yep. Nope. That's fine.
That's all
fine.
I did. Oh, okay.
So you go ahead and you touch the centaur, and it immediately like snaps out of the weird phase that it's in. It's like blinking his eyes, and from what you can tell, it seems better. Maybe not 100% cured, but it seems way better.
Okay.
And so the shaman walks up and kind of like talks to the other guy and is like touching him a little bit, and the shaman turns to you and says, "Your powers are amazing. I can't believe it."
Thank you. how many others are afflicted?
There are 4 more that are basically injured.
Okay, so I would probably tell why don't you tend to him? Show me to the others and come back and check with him, make sure he gets some water and whatnot. Maybe I can question him later.
Yep.
Okay. So, but if he could take me to the other, because let me just confirm. So the lesser restoration that I have, it will take 1 point, right? I have 3 points. So that
Correct.
took off 1 point, right?
Yep.
So I'm not going to be able to heal everybody. And I'm going to surmise that we're going to rest here, so I'll regain it. But I only have 2 points left. Okay, so can I be taken to the next guy? Or
Yep. So he takes you to the 4 tents to the north.
okay.
All right, and then here for a second, we'll go ahead and we'll switch back to Starhawk and Gem. So what are you guys up to? Did you want to go to the lake?
I'm following Starhawk to the lake.
Yes, we need to see if the lake is perhaps poisoned or cursed or
Okay.
some sort of disease.
Which direction?
Whatever
is
is
the lake?
afflicting them is coming from the water.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and leave camp then.
Which direction?
I believe I said northeast.
North. Okay. Okay.
So should we just go through the camp?
Yep. So I have a map for this, so it's gonna change one more time, and we'll just have to
Ew.
pretend that Nami
I know,
is
right?
Not
here.
here. Yeah, thank you.
That is a kind
So-
of murky looking lake.
Yeah, I'm
So
glad I'm not there.
As you guys approach the lake, it gets darker and darker, and a fog begins to surround you.
Oh dear.
Kidlee,
Yes, ma'am?
I have an ability called insight. Well, I have insight. I mean, not ability. What is that for?
That is mostly for when you're talking with NPCs. If you think they're
That's
potentially
right.
lying or being, untruthful about something, you can do an insight check.
That's right. Okay. And perception. Would perception be helpful here, or is that another like NPC thing?
Perception is basically what can you see. But it kind of depends on the scenario, because sometimes survival does that as well. But survival is more about, one of the things that survival can do is tracking.
What would give us insight to what's to the fog?
What about nature?
Oh, nature.
So yeah, you don't, at the moment, you don't know if this is a magical thing or this is a nature thing. So you could
Right.
attempt either a nature check or an arcana check.
I'll do Arcana because I've got a 3 on that. Okay, so I would choose to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Mm,
All right, I guess I would do the nature check.
okay.
Okay.
I'm a 0 on that.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
Starhawk.
the 9 is going to basically give you the same information that you had before,
Okay.
where you just know this is not natural, but you can't quite figure out what it is just yet. Now, as far as a nature check, you do know that this is not being caused by nature.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing natural.
So then we could think this is
No poisonous
magical.
weeds or germs.
All right. So now you guys have basically moved to the edge of what is basically a cliff. And then there's about a 15-foot drop to the water. So I'll have both of you give me a perception check.
15 feet down to the water. Lord,
These are
my
so
freaking-
low.
My freaking broken dice here. What the heck?
Okay. with a 10 and a 7, you guys do notice that to your right, there is an area that there's like a little bit of a beach, and there appears to be a little rowboat.
Wait, where?
And then as you look out into the water, you can see there's a couple islands out there, but you can't quite tell if there's something out there or not.
Well, it's probably not the Lady of the Lake. Okay, so are we going to move over to the beach and jump in the boat to see
Yeah, I think that would be a good
what's
idea.
causing
Let's do that.
what's causing the whatever it is, poisonous cloud?
You said the beach is this way?
Over here, is this it?
Yep.
And there's a little boat, you said? Where's it? I don't see a little boat.
Little rowboat.
We'll pretend we're in the rowboat. Are you
Yep,
going
there
to
you
stay
go.
on the beach or are you going to come in the rowboat?
No, I'm coming in the boat.
Okay. So off we go in the boat.
Whoops.
How big is this lake?
It's not like a massive lake by any stretch, but just, a small to medium-sized lake. You'll notice that everything is just very, very calm. It's like there's no bird noises. It's
Like
just
an eerie calm.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as you're approaching the island, you do notice that there appears to be a single small building on the island.
Okay. Come on, we're in the boat. Going to the island. Come on.
Okay, so as you make your way to the island, the building looks like a crypt.
A crypt. Oh, no. A crypt.
I wonder. So the centaurs
I
haven't
see.
been here long. I wonder who the crypt belongs to.
Nobody good.
So I
So
would say
let's see if there's any symbols or ciphers or something on this tomb.
Okay, so before you approach the crypt, something comes out of it.
Oh, no.
Ew.
And you see this.
I don't want to see it. A ghost. Oh, no.
Elemental?
So she comes out of the crypt. She basically comes out what is basically the front door, and she just stands there looking at the two of you.
Oh, she sees us.
Oh, yes.
Oops.
She doesn't say anything?
Nope.
Does
Just looking
she
at us.
look... What is the expression on her face?
She looks sad.
Oh, well, not sad.
I think we should speak to her.
Okay.
Hello. We are trying to find out why the people in the camp are so sick, and we thought we might find some answers here.
She doesn't immediately answer, just continues to look at the two of you. And then she says, "This is my home. You must all leave."
I'm so sorry that we've trespassed on your home. You look very sad. Is there anything we can do to help?
Yes. Leave and take the centaurs with you.
Oh.
If not, I will kill them all.
Well, that seems rather harsh. What have they
They are
done?
trespassing on my land.
Who are you?
I am the Lady Isabella. And my family has owned this land for centuries.
But there's no one here.
I am here.
But you are dead. Of what use is the land to you?
She yells at you. It does not matter.
Yes, it does matter. You have no use for the land. The centaurs require a place to live. It's
I
not
have
right for you to hoard it all to yourself.
I
There
know
are
this.
other places they could go.
Where?
Go ahead, Jim.
I don't think the centaurs meant any harm. There were no signs or any indication that this land was owned by anyone. Is there anything they can work out with you to share the land with you? Maybe there's some work you need done. They could take care of the land for you.
And she gives you an evil laugh. They cannot help me.
Is all of your family dead?
Yes.
How did all of you die?
I don't remember. It has been a long time.
Well, if you wouldn't mind answering just one more question, I promise we'll leave. But do you know what caused the atmosphere in this area?
Yes, it was me.
Oh,
No one will be here. No one will live here except for me. I will drive everyone out.
well, thank you. You might want to consider putting up a sign also, maybe. Then people won't disturb you.
Can I suggest a question or no?
Mhm.
Because I'm at the tent.
Yeah, technically you're not supposed to. I mean, technically you don't even know this is happening.
I know.
She's like,
That's
but
why I
I've
was
got
like,
this
I
great
want to say
question.
something.
But
Wanna ask-
I will say that you are not stuck at that camp. If you wanted to come this way, you can come this way.
No, I'm not going on my own out to the dark and the murkies. No, I'm too much of a chicken for that.
Can I send her a message?
Yes.
But
Yes,
can
I
I send
can.
a message back? Okay. So you tell me what's happening there, and I'm like, hell no, I'm not going.
Okay.
So
Okay. Do I have to roll
I will
for
help
that,
from
or
a
I can just do
distance.
it?
Hell no, we won't go.
Mhm.
Do I have
So
to
can I
roll?
ask my question now?
So you'd be asking it directly to Jim.
Oh
But-
yeah,
Okay.
no, I was asking you if I could ask her now.
Okay.
Okay. Because you know, I'm assuming you told me it's Lady
Yes,
Isabella.
I told you everything. Yes.
Okay, you told me everything, right?
Yes.
I want to know if she possibly is one of the moms of the boys. I'm just going to call them the boys, the governor and
Brilliant.
the one we're
You're
tracking.
brilliant.
I want to know, since they have different moms, is she one of the moms? Or does
That's
she
a
know
good
any?
question.
Does she know any of those? Any of them?
That is a brilliant question. Okay.
Since she's been here a long time.
So,
Well, you can ask
Lady,
her who her family is.
yeah. So, Lady Isabella, do you know a governor? Oh, what is the governor's name? Do you know the governor of Greenest?
No, I do not know of such governor.
Oh, So you've never had any sons named Leosin, or you wouldn't know of his brother.
No, I do not know what you speak.
Hmm.
Well, she's been there for a very long time, apparently. And she's saying that all her family died, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, can you ask her if she had any kids
Did you have
and a
any
husband?
children and a husband?
Yes.
What were their names?
She stops and thinks for a second, almost like get a confused look on her face. I don't remember. Dev Anna. Yes. Dev Anna was our name.
Your last name?
Yes.
Ask her if she knows what her family did. Like, I mean, they had this land, right? But what did they do here?
Could you
Because
tell
this is
me?
out in the open.
Right. Could you tell me what your family did? Because there is nothing out here left that indicates anything.
We did what everyone else did. We were farmers.
Hmm. Did she have kids?
I thought she
She
said
said
she
she didn't
did have
remember.
kids and a husband, but she
Oh.
doesn't remember their name, or she just doesn't remember having them.
Hmm. Oh, she doesn't remember. It
Do you
could
remember
be.
where the farm was?
Where was your farm located?
It
I
was
mean, I know
there.
on this land, but
She points directly to the east. It was there.
directly to the
Hmm.
east. East. That's away from the Centaur camp. Hmm.
I just kind of feel like if she doesn't know that she had kids or not, I just kind of feel like it could be the mom. That's just me being suspicious, but
How long has she? How long have you been dead?
I do not know,
Hmm.
but I do know that it took me many years to get back here.
To get back here.
There are no markings on this tomb.
Not from what you've been able to see so far.
hmm. Okay. Hmm.
So does
I have a
my
I have a thought.
insight work with? Oh, you see, that's more just like a lie detector thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could try it, but yeah, I'll just say that if you want to see, if you think she's lying, you can try it.
No, I was thinking about if I had anything that could help her remember. Could I?
She's kind of like the undead, though. So
Yeah. Hmm. Any suggestions, ladies?
What's primeval awareness?
Primeval awareness?
Hmm.
That's what it says
Um,
in my features and traits.
oh, that. Um,
Oh, that. It says class ranger, primeval awareness.
I don't see that.
Okay, so yeah, like it says there, for 1 minute per level spell slot, you can sense whether or not the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile. So within a mile of you, you can sense like aberrations and dragons and elementals and so forth and so on.
Okay. Doesn't give me any clue.
You know what I'm thinking is
Detection.
that I think she's the mom of one of them. And I think that the son that ran away, I think he missed his mom so much and brought her back from the dead
Mm.
so that she could come back to her home.
Okay.
But maybe
Well,
that's
his
wrong.
mother was an elf, wasn't she?
They had
I
different
don't
moms.
remember.
Yeah, she'd have to be because he's half elf
Yeah, he's
and the
not.
governor's
Okay.
human.
Do
Yeah.
elves in this game have ghosts? Because I know traditionally elves don't have ghosts.
It's possible.
It's possible that she's an elf. We can't tell if she's an elf.
No, I was gonna say it's possible that an elf could somehow come back as a ghost.
Oh, I see. But we can see her. Is she an elf or not?
I'm gonna say no.
She's not an elf. Okay, so she can't be
She can't be
Leosin's mother. You know, I wrote the governor's name down and I can't find it.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing.
It is in your journal.
Oh,
It's my journal. Okay.
that's
It's in
right.
everybody's journal. Whenever I do a pop up for a character,
Terrible.
all that goes to your journals.
I keep losing stuff like this, you know.
Okay.
You know, when I'm playing my other game, I keep forgetting my ultimate ability, which is, you know, save your tushy sometimes thing.
So I have a question. You said that she doesn't look like an elf. Is it possible that she could have been reincarnated as kind of like reincarnated, but brought it out as a ghost, but not in the same form, or no? Or she is the ghost of what she looked like when she was alive.
Yeah, she's the ghost of what she used to be.
Okay. So this can't be the mom. Damn. Thought I figured it out.
I know. That was like a really good. I was like, yeah.
Well, I was kind of against that because it's too far. She's too far. She's too far away from there.
From where?
The town.
Yeah, but she's too far away.
They wouldn't build her a
No, her family crypt
tomb
wouldn't be
so
built
far
based
away.
on the town. The
No, but-
family would be their own area.
Well, their family would be here, but the governor is down in Greenest, right?
And he
And the
hasn't.
son
He
is-
wasn't raised there.
Yeah, he wasn't raised there. So that's what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
he happens to be the governor there. That doesn't mean he was born there. Maybe he was born there, but it's not too far away. Like back you, it doesn't matter. It
And
was
her last
debunked.
name-
It
her
was
last name-
debunked already. She's
Yeah.
not
She
an
was
elf.
debunked.
And her last name's Devana. So we now know the governor's last name is Nighthill.
She was debunked. That's funny.
Okay, so lady,
Yes.
where there she's dead. She's been dead a while. She has obviously caused this.
But
Fog
I would
and
like to
stuff.
know why did she come back? Why is she still here?
Let's ask her. That's a good question.
Lady Isabella. Is that her title, lady?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So she's a noble.
Mm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Could just be a proper
Lady
term.
Isabella. Why have you decided to haunt your old home? Why have you come back?
To protect it.
To protect it from what?
anyone who would try and take it from us.
But you are no longer here.
Well,
Your
she's
family is gone. Do you know where they went? Or are they all dead and moved on?
They are here as well.
They are here as well.
Were you murdered? Are you trying to prevent your murderers from taking your land?
And family.
Yes, perhaps.
Oh. Okay, when she says that her family is there, where?
We may not want to ask that question.
Well, I mean, she says they're with her, or they're there, not really with her. So, I mean, I guess the question becomes she doesn't remember if she had kids, right?
Right.
Isn't that what she said? She doesn't remember.
Right.
So, I want to know, what family does she remember? Because she's trying to protect her family and the land.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if she means that they're actually here as ghosts or if
Yeah,
they're
that's what I
just
mean.
buried there.
Ask that. Are they alive or are they dead? And what family does she recall?
She said her whole family's dead.
Oh, she said her whole family's dead.
Lady Isabella, your family, when you said they were here, are they here as ghosts or are they still sleeping in death?
She doesn't answer you, but as you guys are talking, she's sort of floating about, and she takes one of her arms and just points to the crypt.
Go
So
investigate
they're
the
here
crypt.
Maybe enter the crypt, Lady Isabella, so that we can
No.
see. We want to try and help you.
I do
Help you
not
remember.
see. I do not see how you can help me.
Well, things are often not what they seem.
Why do you think somebody's
Tell me
trying
how.
to? Oh,
Well, you say that you don't remember. Perhaps if we help you remember, we
What were you gonna
will
say, Jem?
release you from your agony, your soul bound and separation from your family.
we could. She's right.
All right. I want both of you to roll a persuasion check.
Oh yes.
Persuasion. Can I have the good
Ugh.
dice this time?
Look,
No.
I'm a 5 persuasion and I only rolled a 7. That's awful.
Sage, you can... Yeah, a D20 plus 5. You rolled a 2 plus 5.
Who rolled a 2 plus 5?
So basically, you rolled a 2. You almost crit failed it.
Oh, that's pretty awful.
Wait, these are loaded dice, man. I want a new die.
What does
Die single.
investigation do?
Dice
Kidlee?
plural.
So after you say that your last line, you can see her sadness turns to anger,
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
and she says to you again, "I do not see how you can help."
I think at this point we should just leave
Let's
for now.
see.
Go tell the centaurs what's going on and let them decide if they want to stay or not while we try to figure out what to do with her. I don't think we're going to be able to convince her right now.
I don't think you're going to be able to convince her later either.
True.
But I think that it's something that needs to be pressed for sure.
Yes.
Mm.
Maybe not right
There's
now,
Well,
though.
something
perhaps
here
we
is
could
connected.
speak to the shaman.
Yes.
He may know of a method.
He said they only recently moved in, but depending on his lifespan, what is recent?
Well, they
Actually,
said they'd
I
only
think
He
been
he,
here
said
for
about
6
7
days.
days, right?
Oh,
6
okay.
days.
Okay,
Yep.
missed that. Okay.
But I think we should go. I mean, no, not we, because I'm not there. But I think you should come back to the and question, because here's the thing. Like, okay, they've been here for 6 days. They've come over here for water. I mean, there's a boat right there. I mean, ghosts don't need boats. I mean, let's be real. So there's just a boat out
Right.
there. There's something's more to the picture, but maybe his
Yeah, you're
camp.
right about the boat. You're right about
so all right. So I'll just talk about that for a second. When you guys saw the boat, it's an old rickety boat. It looks like it was probably just left there by somebody.
So it could be from somebody previously, like years
Yeah.
ago.
like a little fishing boat or something.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't mean it's
Yeah,
anything
but here's the
recent.
thing: is it doesn't matter how old it was. It was, you guys were able to use it. I can't imagine all those people at the camp who come here for water didn't see the boat,
So
because
it
you
could
guys
even
saw the
be
boat.
maybe one of them
Well,
entered the crypt and angered her.
Yeah, that's what
they're
I'm saying.
centaurs. They
Ah,
wouldn't
yeah.
be able to use the boat.
I agree. I think we should go
That
back and
is
talk to the
correct.
shaman.
Yeah, so they wouldn't
You
care
need
about
to,
the boat since they don't use boats.
Right.
yeah.
At least not that. You know, the boat that
Well,
was described, they would have to have like a platform type of
yeah,
raft
raft.
to ride in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still think that somebody saw something or
Somebody.
has had contact with her.
Yeah.
Just doesn't seem like it. I mean, you ran into her like right here within minutes. So I think you should go back to camp and try to question some of the people that are not sick,
That's a good
or even the
idea.
ones that are sick. Because I did heal that one guy, so you can
That's
go
true.
question. Why don't you go question the healed guy?
Yes.
That's a
Because
good
I'm
idea.
tending to the other.
Lady Isabella, we shall leave you now, but you may see us again. We will help you.
You will help me by helping the centaurs leave my land.
As you
Let's
wish.
get back in the boat. Back into the boat. Let's go.
She's basically just giving you guys the stare down as you leave.
Yeah. Well, I'm staring her back at her because I'm not listening to what she said. You best bring that boat back. You left me drowning.
Here, the boat. I can't get the boat to move.
Okay, let's
Here,
go.
oh,
Here we go. Here we go. We're
uh,
almost there at the beach.
we're swimming now.
Oh my god!
Did you sink the boat? You couldn't have sank the boat.
And then a kraken appears.
A kraken.
Where's it cracking?
Goodbye, kraken. Run away! Run away! Run away! Come
All right, we'll flip maps again here, going back to the centaur camp.
on. Okay. Okay, here we are. I think.
So we're gonna go back to Naomi here. So have you successfully healed? What was it? Another 3?
No, it'd be only another 2. There's a total of 4 sick.
Technically 5, but yeah.
Oh,
She healed
5?
one now,
Oh
so
yeah,
there's
because you
4
said
left.
every one of these in the in the tent. So total of 5. You're saying okay? Well, I can only heal. Well, hold on a minute. Let me look at another ability. Hold on. Lesser restoration was 1, but what about your spell can has no effect.
Yeah, so I will say, unless you see something different, I think in this particular scenario, lesser restoration is going to be the best thing that you have. But
Okay.
doing anything will still probably help at least a little bit.
Um, I'm trying to look to see what would be another thing. Like obviously, I'm going to heal the ones that are the worst off. I would say. Let's make it. Okay, so that's something different. Okay, I forgot what's blessed. Oh, blessed was that. Never mind. Spare the dying. What's spare the dying? That has a 0 becomes stable. Huh. I could use spare the dying, right? Wouldn't that do it or no?
They don't technically have 0 HP.
Oh, this is true. Um,
Can't you just heal? How many points you have left?
I have 2 more, so I'll heal
Heal
the
the 2, and then tell them that you are wearied and you need to rest.
Yeah, I'll be able to heal the other 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Once the day's over. Yeah, so I'll do that, Kidlee. I'll heal the 2 on the left hand side, I guess. We'll just for ease of ease of reference. We'll just say they're the worst off.
Okay. So the shaman is gonna, because the shaman doesn't fully understand what your power is. So he sees that you heal, what, 2 or 3 of them, and then you stop, and he asks you, "Can you not heal the others?"
No, I need to rest.
Ah. Your power takes will out of you. Yes.
Yes, it takes a big toll.
I see.
I'll be able to tend to them tomorrow.
Again, thank you for your assistance.
I'd like to go talk to the first guy that I healed.
Yes, very well.
I think at this point we've joined you.
All right, you guys can come back into camp.
Can we join you for the conversation, or should we talk to the shaman separately?
No, you can find Nami and join her.
Okay.
Oh, shaman's not coming with me?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did
So
we get
have
names? Did they give us their names?
Sit
I don't
guy
remember.
number 1.
Not yet.
Guy number 1. Centaur number 1 is the chief. Centaur number 2 is the shaman.
So I'm assuming that, I mean, there was some messaging that was happening there. I don't know how many points Gem burned, but
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
sure there's
Hold on, let me see.
I'm sure there's a conversation that would happen where you guys would.
Messaging is a cantrip.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Or go ahead.
I wanted to ask the guy, how is he feeling now?
I am much better. Thank
Do
you.
you feel like you're 100%?
He kind of like looks at his hand and his arm, and he's kind of moving it around, and he's like, "No, not quite yet."
Okay, well, you should rest. Definitely take it easy. What was the last thing that you recall before you got ill? Do you remember what you were doing?
We were getting back from a hunt, and we were cooking and drinking, celebrating our success.
Right here by the lake?
No, here in camp. We have a storage and cooking tent over there. And obviously you're in a tent, so he's kind of pointing out of the tent, but it's
right.
There's like a bigger tent to the east.
Yeah, no, I meant was he hunting by the lake? I'm sorry. Were you hunting by the lake?
No.
Have you gone to the lake?
Yes. We fetch water.
You fetch water. Have you noticed anything unusual outside of the dark skies?
Some of the others have claimed to hear voices,
Oh,
but
okay.
the darkness, the fog, yes.
Okay. Huh. But you haven't, right?
No, I have
You haven't
not.
seen or heard. Okay. Do you know who? Can you direct me to who did see something or heard something that possibly could tell me a little bit about the lake?
So he looks up at the shaman and he says in a different language. Basically, they have a conversation in a different language.
What
Mhm.
language?
Centaurian?
That might be it, but I want to verify. Where is this at that at? Actually, is going to be in Sylvan.
It's going to be what?
Sylvan.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have that one.
These guys know 3 languages: Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
don't know Sylvanan. So.
I don't either.
Rip.
Okay, so we don't understand them then.
Nope. And then so the shaman immediately speaks up and he says, yes, one of our other men in the other tent also heard the voices.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is that one of the guys that I've cured or?
Yes.
Okay.
Tent number 1 on the left.
Tent number 1. Okay. Well, I think you should rest here. Take it easy. I'll see you for dinner. Cheesecake, please. I think we should go over to tent number 1 and why don't you girls
Okay.
see if he's able to give any type of answers of what he saw.
At number 1?
Tent number 1.
Okay.
So the shaman goes with you guys again and introduces you. He's like, they would like to ask you some questions.
I think you guys should answer. You should ask him the questions.
Hello. My name is Dark and Gem. We just wanted to ask you some questions if you're feeling up to it.
I will answer what I can.
We understand that some of your people have been hearing voices in the area, and we understand that you're one of them. Can you tell us what you heard?
Yes, whenever we get too close to the lake, we hear the voice of a woman or a female.
And what uh, does she say? Does she say anything in particular?
Yes, very mean things, very scary things, saying us that we will die, that we need to leave, we must go.
Do we want to tell them our meeting with her at this point? Or do we want to hold on to that information? Ladies?
I'm thinking.
I think get all the information first and see if they know anything first.
Okay.
I want to ask the shaman a question.
Okay.
We are not familiar with your people and your culture. Do you have such a thing as spirits of the dead?
Yes, we do.
And you have knowledge of spirits
Yes.
coming back to the world?
Yes?
What means do you use to communicate with these beings?
That is something that we shamans do. We put ourselves in a sort of trance, and we
Mhm.
see visions.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
The visions tell us what we need to know.
Well, we should tell him about the spirit.
Yeah, I would say take him away from. I think we should talk to him in privately, not to alarm the other centaur that just is being recovered.
Good idea.
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, but
Well, it's pretty obvious that she's causing this cloud and
Right.
the
She admitted
maladies, making them ill. So, yes, we should speak to the shaman.
Okay. Just you, or all of us, or
No, all of us.
okay?
Why would it just be me?
Because we don't know if we should be
I would
doing
say
something
talk to the
else.
shaman and the leader. You know, the guy that we first talked to,
The chief.
and just
Yes.
those two.
It's a
I
good
don't think
idea.
we need to talk to the other guys.
Okay.
Not to alarm them. Leave it to him to divulge whatever he feels before there's a panic.
Yes. What is did we find out his name
Where's
yet?
that chief?
No, just the shaman and the chief.
Shaman. What is your name?
I am Bodar.
Bodar.
Yes.
Bodar, we must speak with yourself and your chief in private.
Any kind of motions outside. So he kind of walks over here, and then the chief kind of walks over as well.
Bodar.
Hail, chief. May we ask your name?
Yes, of course. I am Meloff.
Male law?
You're going to make me try and spell that, aren't you?
Mail off.
Mail off or mail off?
Meloff.
Mail off. Like you're mailing off an envelope. Um. Yeah,
I see that some of the men are recovering. I thank you very much.
Do you want to
you're
tell
very
me
welcome.
about the
You're very
spirit?
welcome.
No?
Yeah, I think you should.
Oh, you want me
What?
to do it?
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
shaman. I mean, I thought was the thing is that maybe we can take the shaman out to the lake and approach
Oh, no.
the spirit again
That's a good idea.
because he can go into a trance, right? And
Well, we should find out if he can do it from here, or if he has to, how close he has to be able to do that.
right.
Oh, okay.
So I think we should talk about the spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good idea.
We have to inform you that we believe the cause of the illness is the spirit of the lake. There is a tomb on an island where she resides, and she claims ownership of this entire area.
And as you say that, he gets just a very concerned look over his face.
She requests that you all leave the area because she and her family owned it, but they are all dead. we want to try and help her to move on.
What's her last name again?
Devana.
Devon?
Davana.
Devana.
Devana.
Sorry. Devana.
Have you met anyone that given you any clue as to who lived here before?
So the shaman has is kind of a stick or like a totem in his hand, and he closes his eyes and kind of takes the totem and kind of brings it in close to his chest. He's kind of remains silent for a second. The chief says, "This is most troubling indeed. It is true that we do move from place to place within this area, but the land is sacred to us as well." So he kind of looks over to his shaman friend, and the shaman says, "Yes, most troubling. This sounds like a very strong spirit." And then kind of looks towards you guys and says, "Is there anything else you can tell me about this spirit?"
Well, she gave us her name of Lady Isabella Devana, but she doesn't remember if she had any children or a husband, and she said it took her a while to get back to the island.
And you could fully see this spirit, yes?
Yes. Yes, we could.
Most powerful indeed.
She said her entire family is with her, and she pointed to the crypt, so we don't know if she means literally or figuratively.
I fear that her plague could spread across this area. It must be dealt with. You must destroy it.
Well, she has said that she will kill anyone that does not leave.
As a grave threat. I don't think I have the power to help you.
Oh.
We are merely seeking a method by which we can help the spirit to move on. She's angry and sad, but she doesn't remember why.
We just want to put her soul to rest.
We didn't see any other ghosts, so I believe that when she says her family is with her, I believe that they are also buried in the crypt. Well, laid to rest in the crypt.
Right. We don't know if she means like they're with her spiritually or just dead bodies in the crypt.
Do you have any experience in regarding laying spirits to rest?
So hearing all this, the chieftain gets kind of mad, and he takes his spear and he like throws his spear in the ground, and he just kind of says, "Just use your magic and destroy it. That is what I say. Shaman, can it be done?" The shaman kind of looks at him, and he says, "It is possible. It sounds like our friends here may not want to go down that path."
We prefer to not kill someone if there's an alternative path to be taken.
I think, in my opinion, I think there's some connection between the task we're on right now to finding Leosin and this woman. I still feel that there's some connection in some way. I mean, we came here, we followed the tracks. led us to your camp. I don't know if that really was your wagon wheels that we saw. I don't think so. I think we just happened on your camp.
And he kind of stops you and interrupts you. And he's like, "Our wagon wheels. You must mean the dragon cult, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
What
Our
do you
scouts
know?
have our scouts have found their camp. It's about 4 miles that way.
Which is which direction? Can
Due east from here.
due east now?
Maybe
Okay.
maybe we could
So the tracks
make a
led
deal.
this direction, but then they moved to the east.
Hmm.
Ooh, I want to use insight.
All right. So you think he's lying about something?
It doesn't
Well,
add up.
they wouldn't use wills. They wouldn't,
So as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
I'm too analytical. It doesn't make sense.
No, I'm with you. That was very good. That's why I wanted to do an insight because
Yeah.
it didn't add up.
Well, they're nomadic.
The
He's already
dragon
said that they move around, so they've only been here for about a week.
Okay, so
So the first thing they
perhaps-
would have done before even they came was explore
Right.
the area to see where to camp.
So
where their
they
next
found the
was
camp
going to be. Right.
6 days ago.
Yeah.
But
This happened yesterday.
the cult came by with wagons. Maybe they didn't go back to their camp. Maybe they had another location where they were taking the wagons.
Yes.
Or maybe the camp was on their way
the
to
camp-
the town.
Well, where he says their camp is where they were headed. They were headed
No, but
northeast from where we came from.
but who said that? That was the governor, right?
But
Is
the
that what you're
wagon
saying?
wheels go northwest.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Right.
We're
But these
tracking the
guys-
wagon wheels. These guys have been here for 6 days, and yes, they go move around. They're nomads, right? But he's
Did
been
they
here
see
for
the dragon?
He's 6 days. He's been here.
Mhm.
So the cult came with their wagons, and somehow either I don't know did we lose the tracks, Kidlee, or did it just I happened to see the tents.
Maybe
So
the
we just
wagon
went
wheels
this
don't belong
direction.
to the cult.
So
Well, these people have nothing that they would want. They wanted what was in the town. So they have
That's true.
ignored these
Well,
people.
I'm not saying it's these guys. What I'm saying is that the tracks that we were following, I want to
Went
know,
past here,
I want to know is that when I saw the tents in a distance, a half a mile away, were the tracks still leading in that other direction?
yes, they were not going this way. They went
Yeah,
the
that's
other
what
way.
I'm thinking. But they were going the way that you were saying they were going was northwest, right? The tracks.
Right. So they're on the east side of this camp.
But they're seeing on the east.
Yeah,
the
the east
tracks were
of this
going
camp.
west,
Oh, I see.
and the camp.
So you're saying the camp's on the
Is
west, to the
east.
west of that.
No, he's
the
saying the
tracks?
camp
No,
is
it's-
east.
So if it helps, let's switch maps here.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. This is perfect. See, we followed the camp. We followed the tracks this direction,
Yes.
but he's saying the camp is this direction.
Wait, I
But
gotta move my
is the
map. I
camp
can't see
here?
what you
The
guys
camp
are
could be
doing.
here.
Okay, so let me draw here.
Okay.
Let me find.
You don't like my Madden?
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, so basically, you guys left Greenus. You were going northwest, which you
Right.
are currently.
Right.
And so let's assume right where you are now, that is where you initially saw the pop-up tents.
Okay.
Right.
And so you went this way. Oh, God, that's a box, not a freehand.
To the west.
So you guys basically went this way. and the tracks were going this way, north
Right.
northwest.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
And so
because
they're
you had
like, "Oh, our
said-
camp is here."
Yeah,
And
yeah, okay.
we located their camp
To the
to the
Yeah.
east.
To the
Because
east.
you had said the track started like we were going north, and they sort of started turning northwest, which was why
Yep.
we
So
turned and saw the
something
camp.
kind of like that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
roughly.
Yeah, they were headed for their camp, and the Centaur
Okay.
camp is to their west.
To their west. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just ran across their camp by accident as we were following.
Oh, okay.
Going through the tracks.
Okay. So they're to the east of the Centaur camp,
Right.
but still okay. So we were still on
Whoa.
track then. Okay.
Okay, well, I think this is a secondary issue.
Oh, can you
Wow,
erase
that's a
all
lot
those?
of lines there.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a secondary thing that we just popped up. I mean, we have the issue of finding the brother,
Hey.
right?
Well,
You
okay.
got the
So
wrong chief. You left the chief by the gate, by the entrance.
well, so here's an idea. What if we make a deal? The shaman and the centaur, we help them with the lady Isabella, and maybe they could help us with Leosin and the cult.
Well, we haven't even asked them about the cult yet.
But
Well,
that,
they've
yeah,
only
he said
said
that
so
they
far
saw.
that it's to the east.
He just got through saying he saw their camp, and
Okay.
I'm saying this is a perfect opportunity. So maybe we make a deal.
Well, I think we should
I-
should question the chief. Did we question the chief?
Well, we
when
need to
got
make
here?
first of all, we need to make our stance clear. Okay. It is extremely dangerous to try and kill this ghost. And if we fail at it, that their camp may be completely destroyed and all their people killed. Because that would just make her angrier.
Right, we could let them know that because right now they
Yeah.
want us to go and destroy it. And the shaman
Right.
had said maybe
Yes.
we don't want to, and we're saying we'd like to find another path.
Right.
And
Right.
Nami was asking him about.
And then we need to ask them about the cult, the camp. Did they see the dragon?
He saw the dragon cult, and that's when he was telling us that they're to the
No,
east
no.
of
I
us.
wanted to know if they actually saw the dragon
Okay.
and which way it went. Did it go to the camp? Or did it head in another direction?
Well, I think since you just opened up the conversation of that they know that the camp's to the east, I think we should question more about that camp. What did
Right.
his men see or
Right, because we need to know if Leosin's with them at the
We-
camp. I
yeah,
mean, we're
we
assuming
need
he
to
is.
know more information on that part, and then once we know it, then make the deal.
Right, right. I'm just saying maybe we could. I didn't mean make the deal right now, but I mean keep that in mind
Yeah.
that maybe that could work to our advantage. Yeah.
Yes, I think
Yes.
that's good.
Okay. Okay,
We
so
also
you were
need to
talking
find
to
out
him.
if there's any remnants of a buildings, old buildings. Like she said that her family, of course, since she's a noble, she's saying that they're farmers, but of course, the serfs were the farmers.
Yeah.
So they undoubtedly had like a manor house or something. If there was any ruins nearby of a house or some sort of
Well, I kind of interrupted Nami on accident when he mentioned about the cult. She was asking him, and he mentioned, "Oh, we saw their camp."
yes.
So did Nami want to finish that line of questioning, or?
Well, I mean, I don't remember us actually seeing why we're here. We didn't we just say that we're on a mission for the governor because he
Yes.
asked about the
Mhm, mhm.
risks. But did we ever go any further on with that? I don't remember now.
No, because we found
Okay.
out that they were sick.
I think what we should do is go back and say, well, we should go question, I think, the reason why we're here, if he knows anything, especially since he knows the governor. And they travel around as well. And and also what kind of dealings have they had with the cult? But you guys are more than welcome to ask the questions.
Well, I interrupted you, and I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I forgot now. I forgot my line of questioning.
I'm so sorry.
But I mean, Chief, I'd like to know, like, have your men had any contact with the cult?
About 6 days ago, when we came here to this area, we scouted for hunting locations, and that is when we found them. Their camp is quite large, and we do not have the men to deal with them, so we have been avoiding them.
Lord,
Gotcha.
that sounds like a main camp.
Did you say I'm sorry, did you say that you did know Leosin or
Leosin, I've heard the name before. It is the governor's brother, I believe. I've never actually met him.
okay. I have one more question about I know it has nothing to do with the cult, but you guys have been around here for a very long time. Like you guys just move around, right?
Yes.
So talking about this spirit here where she says she's been here for many, many years. I mean, it took her many years to get to this form, right? To get back
Right.
to the undead, I guess. I don't know how other way to put it. Were you guys ever aware because you've been traveling around, aware of any farms or any, like, who it possibly could be since you've been around here for so long?
It is not a name that I recognize, but there are many farms in this area.
I see. Okay. And do you know if there's people actually living in those farms currently?
Yes, there are.
Because perhaps you can direct us to, one of your men, who's healthy, obviously, can direct us to maybe, one of the farms so we can question and try to get some more information about who this spirit is. But you guys can go ahead and question as far as the cult is concerned. I think
Well, so you have no knowledge of any ruins nearby of a settlement? Some sort of settlement?
I mean, this land over the millennia has not been kind to so many folks. I mean, there are ruins all over. It's hard to say. One quick little out of game question thingy that you guys may have missed. When you asked the ghost something about where did you live, and she pointed like right over there. She literally meant right on the other side of the lake.
That's the direction of the camp? The cult camp?
No, where she lived.
Right. Is that the same direction as the cult camp?
Yes.
She said it was to the east. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
All right, continue.
Okay. Did we determine how long she's been dead, or she didn't remember that?
She couldn't remember, but I got the impression that she couldn't remember because she had been dead for so long.
Long time.
Yep.
Okay. Quick
Now,
question, real quick.
wait, just one question. The camp to the east, is it a settlement are there buildings, or is it just a transitory camp with tents?
From what my scout reported, it was a large pit.
Pit?
I'm actually unsure if it is natural to this area or not, but a large pit full of tents, and of course their men, their soldiers, and
So
a few odd beasts as well.
Odd beasts, pits, tents. Okay, so it's not something that they have moved in. Okay. Pit that the dragon came out of.
Mm.
Did they dig it out, or
Have you seen a dragon in the area?
No.
hmm.
I had a quick question about her pointing that her farm was. Is it my understanding where the cultists are? That was where her farm was.
No.
No.
Just
Like
the
Oh.
same direction?
she's literally pointing like it's a beach house on the lake.
Oh, okay. So on the
Okay.
lake. Oh,
I
okay.
see.
All right. Gotcha.
That would be hard farming on the beach.
There's a view. The farming was done behind in the backyard. Okay, so it wasn't because I was like, "Whoa, is that far away?" I think what we need to do is probably we should see if perhaps can you lend us a couple men tomorrow after I get some rest. I should be able to heal the rest of your men. I have 2 left to heal. And would you perhaps be able to lend us 2 of your men to take us to the farm, uh, to the one farm, right? That's inhabited, and then maybe we could go take a brief look at the camp to the left or to the east.
Scout
Would you
out
be
the
willing?
camp.
One of his scouts to take us.
Yeah, to that farm. Like he was saying there's many farms around here. Maybe we can get some information on if
About the
they know
family. Yeah.
about the family. But also, I think we need to go to kind of scout out this cult, this pit now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we should go alone. I think we should take a couple of his scouts that saw it, that have already
Yeah.
been there.
How
Would you be
far
willing
away
to do
is
that?
camp from here?
I'm sorry, what?
I was wondering how far away is the camp from here?
I thought he said 4 miles.
I think he said 4 miles, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I missed that. Okay.
But we have our horses, but would you be willing to have 2 of your men escort us?
Yes, it sounds like an acceptable deal. Because I fear that this dragon cult is going to be troublesome.
Mm.
Well, it seems like you have trouble on each side of you, to the east and the west
Indeed.
of you. So I think it's best to try to see if we can get as much information as we can. And I'll heal your men tomorrow.
May we stay
But
in
now-
your camp tonight and rest?
Yeah, but now we must sup and rest. So it's time for food.
Yes, we just killed a couple of deer. You are welcome to join us.
Awesome.
Go. Yummy. I'm ready.
So we will end the session with everybody gathering around the fire and having some fresh deer.
Ew.
And coffee.
I'm
I found
vegetarian.
coffee.
I'm vegetarian now. I just turned vegetarian.
Why?
No deer. Thank you. No deer. It makes me think of Bambi. Nope.
I actually
Can't do
prefer
it.
elk, but
Yeah.
I'm a meat eater. I'm a meatosaurus, or whatever you want to call it.
Meatosaurus. Oh my gosh.
Just past the ribs.
This is.
I always feel like a caveman when I'm eating ribs.
Oh my goodness.
I just imagine, our ancestors, living in caves, sitting by the fire,
Yeah.
chomping on some ribs, leg bones.
I'll take
Oh
some
my.
jerky.
Oh my. This was an interesting chapter. I don't know if we'll call them chapters. Is that what it is? This was kind of interesting. Made you think a lot more.
Yes.
lot more coming in. That's pretty nice. So I'm going to assume, Kidlee, you wrote this up, right?
Yep. I mean, yeah.
You've got a good imagination. Hopefully this wasn't, from personal experience. So I'm going to assume it's your imagination that drew this up.
Man, let me tell you about that time I went to that lake house.
Oh, God, no.
I see.
There's too many scary movies. I'm a big chicken, and we're not going down there. You can talk to me in the morning when the sun is just coming out on these type of stories. I'm not one of those. Let's talk some horror stories by the campfire. Yeah, just give me my food.
Yeah, if I ever had to go to one of those, I'd
good
bring
stories.
my hammer.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I'm really getting into it.
yeah.
It's making my brain think. Believe it or not,
Very
I'm
good.
very analytical, so I'm looking
So
at things in different ways.
But it worked.
How much of a mystery are you creating? Is it a lot of mystery?
See, the thing about this is it's maybe not necessarily how much of a mystery that I'm creating, it's how much of a mystery you're creating.
Oh, really?
And that's part
true.
of that's part of D&D.
I don't really
we're
feel
not
like we're
dragging it out.
creating, though. I feel like we're following.
It's like I have an overarching story, and this was, in MMO terms, this is very much a side quest.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yes.
But it's like I have the general outline for what I want to do and how I want to do it, but it's up to you guys on how it happens.
Actually
So if we
plays
took
out.
this- if we
Yeah,
made
this is true. It's not you really directing. It's more of
True.
you just putting the outline and okay, now how are you going to get what kind of directors do you want to do? Like we could easily just say, "Hey, we're not going to help anybody. Let's go right off and find another festival."
We could have done that, right?
I mean, we could have said that.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
then that's when I say the rock monster attacks.
Oh no!
Consequences.
Not the rock monster.
Choices and consequences.
Yeah, one of the fun things about being a DM is like every question you guys asked tonight, I made up all my answers off the top of my head.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh yeah,
Very
I thought that when you came out with the names.
Yeah, the names are another thing. Whenever you say, so what's this guy's name? I'm always like, oh my God. It's Bob. It's Bob.
Look,
So he says
we're all
Bodar.
pretty-
Bodar. Okay, not a Slipper fan, eh?
Your homework is making a list of names.
Just be ready
But no,
with
that's
names.
how
We're
that's how
very
everybody
we're
that's how
very
everybody does it
detailed.
though.
It's on the fly because you don't know.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and try to figure out every answer to the questions that are going to be posed to you.
Yep.
Yeah, because
It's
what if we
pretty
didn't
much
come
going
to
to
the
have to be on the
village?
fly.
Yeah, what if we didn't come to the camp? He'd have all those
Yeah.
names and created, and we wouldn't have even used them.
Exactly.
Well, at some point we would use.
That's pretty good, though.
Well, we would never have met the spirit. Like this whole segment wouldn't have happened unless it were to come back up again had we kept on going to find the other camp. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I must admit, I'm enjoying it. Now I know why Jedi Anna Tessia, who's in chat, they are my co-guild leader on Starforge. They do a lot of RP.
Nice.
I don't do RP, I guess, but they do a lot of RP. That's mainly what they do in the game right now. So,
I don't RP either, but you know how many times I've been invited to RP.
You know what? I'll be completely honest. I completely forgot that Bodar was a companion in SOTOR. But that's just a name that popped into my head because I'm thinking, all right, shaman, or no, I was thinking, all right, centaur names. What is a good centaur name? And I'm just like, Bodar?
well,
Sure.
no, I know what you mean, Tess. That's what I'm saying. I said, I guess. And that's what I was saying. I never, like, when you
I think I
wanted
wrote that down. too.
RP, I was like, okay, they're leading the
Bodar,
RP area, but this is pretty fun. This is pretty fun, I must say.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I do like someone who's directing. I don't think that I could just get with a group of people and just like make up stories. I think I
No.
need direction,
Yes, I'm the same way.
some kind of guidelines, and then feed off that.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I could never be a DM. So very,
Yeah, so-
very honestly, very good job,
Yeah.
Kidlee.
Very
I
nice.
must
Thank
admit,
you.
like every week I come back and I'm like impressed. I'm like, whoa, okay, this is interesting. It just kind of makes me want to like do it more often instead of waiting a whole week. It's pretty interesting. I'm having a lot of
Oh
fun
man,
with
I
it.
do
So
love
yeah,
this.
thank you guys for inviting me for this. This is a great experience. I gotta say, it's a great experience.
Yeah. So one other thing I'll say here real quick is generally when it comes to D&D, you have like the official stuff and then you have what they call homebrew. And so the campaign that we are running is technically a campaign that I bought and paid money for. But you basically take that outline and just kind of do your own thing with it. So it's like we are kind of following a sort of a pre-written story, but then it's just all about how do we want to present it, and then what do
Customize,
you guys customize? Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you guys do within it? So it's been interesting. I've actually seen this done 3 times now.
Oh, really?
And it's interesting. Like all 3 times, it's basically happened different.
Yeah. Because the dynamics are different of the individuals that are thinking,
True.
or
So, yeah.
coming up. Wow.
As an example, when we get done, I will tell you guys what the other 2 groups did with this ghost situation.
Oh, that
Now,
would be
what did-
awesome.
Yeah, definitely you need to come up with that. But also, were you the DM or were you a participant?
I was DM one other time, and I was a participant one time.
Ah, okay. Okay. That's interesting. That is
But
really
no, it's like
interesting.
you guys are doing things that the other 2 groups never did.
Oh, really? Would you say that it was, without obviously spilling too much, would you say that we're more insightful, or you're thinking like we're coming up with things that are like, oh, dang, that's pretty good, or we're missing things?
I would just say that you have a different way of thinking about it. But and I think the reason for that is because the 3 of you don't have as much D&D knowledge as the other 2 groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So, like,
are we
another-
more noobish with regard to
our
our
noob is
questions?
showing.
We're noobs.
Yeah.
We're all noobs.
Our noob is showing.
Yeah.
Like
Not
he's like,
Kale,
yeah, I
but-
ran this campaign, a couple times, and we got done in like 2 weeks. You guys are taking probably another 6 months.
No, the other group that I just DM'd this, I want to say it was 2 months, 2.5 months.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
So
Is that pretty quick?
Is that
Isn't
pretty
that
quick?
pretty quick for once a week?
well, I wouldn't call it quick, but it's just normal for this particular scenario.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's like-
slow.
So it's like, the whole greenest thing, doing all the fights and all that, it's like that's about a month. And then doing what we're
Whoa.
doing now, it's like that's about another month.
You're gonna have to write more.
Did we take us a
never-ending
month to
story.
do the town thing?
Because we did greenest
I
in
think
2
so,
weeks,
yeah.
I think, right?
No, it was more than that.
Was it?
It was at least 3.
Oh, okay.
Yes, right.
So we're not going too fast then.
I was
Obviously,
thinking
you put a lot
too
more
slow.
detail in it, though.
Speed is good.
But yeah, I mean, do we have? I mean, it's good just to kind of enjoy ourselves, right?
I agree.
Experience it, so that when
Yep.
we do
If
the
we
next,
If we
Do the
had
next-
non-broken dice, it would be faster.
yeah.
That's what everyone says.
Well, yeah, and if someone doesn't fall off like roofs and
And trip over
like their
rocks.
arrows and stuff like that, we could have got out of Greenest a long time ago. No, I'm just kidding
Uh-huh.
with that. But
No,
yeah,
it's
it's pretty.
My fault. Blame it on the ranger. Go ahead.
No, I'll just so like the previous group I just did actually had my brother in it, my sister, and then my brother's daughter. And my brother's daughter was actually playing a character that's very similar to Starhawk. And her ranger would just like crit, 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 crit. And then my sister was playing a monk, and it was like 1, 1, 2,
Oh, no.
3,
Oh,
1.
my.
And she was just like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I
Oh, that's
understand how
awesome.
she feels.
You can relate. That is so awesome that your
Because I mean,
family does this.
we're talking that I have got some horrible roles and things that I have like extra, uh, like bonus points on.
Well,
Mm.
like my persuasion is 5, and look what I rolled, a 7, which Kidlee said is actually like a 2.
Yeah, you
my.
rolled a 2 there.
Oh yeah, 5. Yeah, my persuasion is nothing. I have nothing. You see my little 0 there? 0.
Huh. Well, no, it's definitely really fun for me. I've never done anything like this in game or in this game, of course. So
Well,
it's very new to me.
I took like rangerish things. I thought that I took rangerish things, of course, because the first character in an MMORPG I played was a ranger.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Now,
of course,
really
she
quick
had.
question.
Hmm.
Quick question. So do any of you girls have you guys ever played like done RP in any game?
No.
So
Not
we're
for more than 20 minutes.
ah.
Like I said, because in the game, um, there could be any kind of a breakout RP thing at any point, and
Oh.
that was encouraged in the game. Like in these games today, when people RP, I mean they are just battered with abuse. Okay, but
Mm,
back in when we played EverQuest at the beginning, okay,
mm,
you are not supposed to interrupt.
mm,
Okay, and they could basically have any kind of a scene anywhere uh, for RP, and they, of course, there were people that would watch and listen, and you could join in. They would say, if you could join in or not, because it often was like, on the fly kind of a thing.
mm,
So you could, basically burst in as a stranger walking by, saying, "What's going on here?" Or blah blah, and
mhm,
sometimes you saw an opening that you thought it would be funny or would inject uh, more interest into it. But I could never really maintain it for longer than 15 or 20 minutes, and then I would lose interest.
yeah, it's pretty. When was the first time you played this, Kidley?
It was about a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? See, I've always wanted to play, or at least try playing, since it came out like in 73,
Hmm.
something like
Hmm.
that. But it was like weirdness, very weirdness, and up until like 1990 something, my entire family were completely anti-computer game. Let's put it that way.
Hmm.
So they would basically abuse abuse me.
Ah, no.
Well, originally I got started uh, with any kind of a computer gaming was at work. The copy man who came to service our copy machine, we had got to talking, and somehow the subject of his disabled nephew um, came up, and he said that his sister had got him a Nintendo, and that the Nintendo had actually helped him with his schoolwork and his, uh, some issues that he had with um, communication. Um, I don't remember what else he said. Uh, he had problems with, socialization and that kind of a thing. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought, my son still was not speaking uh, like he should have been. And I thought, well, he had problems like with coordination. His fine motor skills weren't that great. Um,
Hey, ladies, let me wrap up the stream real quick. I'm so sorry. We're
Okay.
still streaming.
Oops.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming out. We totally appreciate it. I just saw that Sakari is also streaming some D&D tonight. Head over to his channel, give him a holler. Maybe we'll go raid him real quick. Actually, I don't know if I can raid during that. Here's Sakari's thing. So head over and watch their D&D. I don't think they're doing the same thing we are. They're doing something totally different, I think. So anyway, thank you everybody for coming out, hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back next Sunday at 7:00 Central for more D&D. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night at 9:30 for some more Civ 6. Thank y'all, and you have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Yeah, I'll go ahead and let you guys go too.